Boom, 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 boom. Check one, check two. Boom, 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 boom. Check one, check two. We're going live. We're going live. We're going live in July 8th. And we are live. We are live. Live. Through the Dallas fight, all ramparts we watch. Ace Frehley. Free me and the rock. Not the greatest audio, but it's still Ace Frehley. Yeah, man. Happy 4th of July. Song seems longer than usual. 2 minutes of Ace. The home of the brave. Yeah, man, Ace Frehley, welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing? Marcus Conte reporting on nothing.
At least 4 senior Democrats are publicly calling for President Biden to step aside as his campaign faces mounting pressure following that ABC News interview that was supposed to get him in better shape. Well, it didn't work.
Hold on a second. Madeline Rivera is now in Washington with all the details for us. Maddie? Hi, good morning, guys.
Damn. How you doing? Marcus Conte reporting. I don't know what that was. That was the afterplay from Ace Frehley. So, election season heating up. I think the big call right now, if you had to pick it this week or very, very soon next week, Donald Trump is going to pick the vice president of the United States. I think that's significant. That's a significant piece of news that we're waiting for. Joe Biden fading, Joe Biden failing, more and more clips of Joe Biden freezing, stuttering, not knowing what he's saying, not even close to being inspiring as a commander-in-chief, a leader of a nation. On and on and on. Rumors that Hunter Biden, the crackhead, his son, his darling son, is calling the shots. Now, again, this is not. You want to bash Hunter Biden and say, oh, he's a flunky, and he doesn't deserve to be there. But he is Joe Biden's son, and that is his father, and there is a bond of. There's a family bond there. Right? You can't say that the father, you can't say that the son is not allowed to be there for the father and the father's not allowed to be there for the son. Or the father is allowed to give the son money and the son is allowed to give the father money as well. Money that the father helped him make in the case of Hunter Biden's shenanigans. Let's advance a little bit. Is Hunter Biden worthy of any kind of advice? Maybe, yeah, all right. So he's a crackhead, so he had his moments there. But he's also in my view, a pretty successful artist. Regardless of the fact that his father happens to be the president of the United States, Hunter Biden produced quite a bit of pop art, right, lately. And it's not garbage, I must say. It's not bad stuff. Right? It's not laughable. You know, sometimes you say, oh, well, he's only famous because his father's the president. And then you look at the work and it sucks. But meanwhile, and it's selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's not the case with Hunter Biden. You look at it and you say, it's not bad. It's okay. Some of it's even good. So Hunter Biden's got the point is he's got a streak of talent. Does he have any, expertise in politics or negotiations? No. He shows up and he can't wait to get to the door to smoke crack and bang a hooker. Right? So that's not his expertise. But does he have a creative eye? Does the creative eye run in the family? I guess it does. You may disagree with that. I think, look, if Hunter Biden was a nobody and still produced that kind of work and that in that volume, that amount, I think he would be. I think he might get recognized. I think some people might be interested in what he's doing. But nonetheless, the talent is there, and what do we get? Do we get Kamala Harris if Joe Biden drops out? The point is that the point I was trying to make, and the media is making, is that in some way, Hunter Biden is in the bowels of the White House, in the Oval Office, giving the President of the United States, Joe Biden, advice. Hey, Dad, this is what you should do. I think you should do this. I think you should do that. Isn't it? Well, who the fuck is Hunter Biden? Does Hunter Biden have top secret security clearance? What is Hunter Biden privy to? Because he's the son. He's not an elected official. Right? At some point, you got to kick these guys out of the room, right? Even if it's your son. So, but it seems Hunter Biden is calling some of the shots. We'll look at that fascinating story. There's polls coming in pretty fast and furious. They seem to be all over the board, all over the place. But it does look like Trump is edging out almost everywhere in the general and in the swing states. Pennsylvania, I just saw a poll. Pennsylvania up by 6. Trump 6. Trump is leading the presidential election in the great state of Pennsylvania by 6. Pennsylvania is about to go red. So, what else we got? We'll look at some of the black brawls. William R. Hall, thank you. Thank you, William R. Hall, for being here. Gave me a great video of bitches slapping each other and beating the shit out of each other. Black brawl in Washington Square Park for Gay Pride Day. For Pride, on Pride Day, the blacks, fat black dykes, punching the shit out of each other. And so we'll continue our coverage. This is where blacks fight. Blacks punch each other's faces. Because they got nothing else to do at that moment. What else? What else is there? Yeah, the call. I think it's the call for Joe Biden to drop out is getting louder amongst prominent Democrats. Even that guy Nader. What's his fucking name? The guy in New York. What's the guy in New York's name? Jerry Nadler. Jerry Nadler, New York Democrat, calling for Biden to drop out. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Weevil Girl in the house. Welcome, Weevil Girl. Deborah Q is lurking. Weevil Girl's on the wrench. Jim Gerard, Fear Porn. David Brown, good morning, everybody. Cheeseburger, what's up? William R. Hall, great artist from Syracuse, New York. David Brown, I said your name twice. You got me there. And everybody else is lurking if you just happen to be hanging out watching the show. If you're watching on Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Rumble, Getter, Twitter, Truth Social, Facebook, X, wherever you are, thank you for joining me. This is my show, Marcus in the Morning. This is the Morning Report, educational, philosophical live stream. It's what's just needed. It's what you need in the age of advanced propaganda, advanced corporate media propaganda. We get educational, philosophical streaming right here every morning, 9 a.m. worldwide, wherever you are in the great nation, in the great universe. Thank you for joining me, and we're live every morning, 9 a.m. right here on the infamous YouTube. We'll see how long that lasts as we enter into the election season. Hopefully, Google and Facebook and Twitter won't get pressured by Biden's government to shut everybody down, shut everybody up. Will there be a new? Will there be a new shiny object to look at? Will a bomb go off? Will something big happen and merit shutting down social media again? It could happen. It could happen. Democrats are on the ropes. It looks like the Democrats, I got to say, it looks like the Democrats are on the ropes in terms of popular opinion regarding Joe Biden. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the Democrats can't win. The Democrats cheat. The Democrats rig. The Democrats manipulate. The Democrats fudge. The Democrats exaggerate, make shit disappear, make other shit appear when it wasn't there in the first place. Democrats are notorious for lack of transparency. So can Joe Biden still win? Yeah, I think if Joe Biden was technically in a coffin, right, and they pushed the coffin out onto at the DNC convention, instead of having a speaker, if they pulled out dead Joe Biden in the coffin, there would be a handful of Democrats who'll say he's better than Trump. Right? He's better than Trump. Vote for the dead guy. But he's one foot out of the grave, it seems. Let's start with blacks who fight. Ryanair is an airline. Flight delayed amidst brawl. Why are the blacks fighting?
Passenger refused to let the other one pass through over a seat flight from Malta to Stansted in the UK. Ryanair flight from Malta to Stansted in the UK.
Okay, it was a UK flight.
Had been forced to wait 2 hours after a brawl broke out in the aircraft. Two men began arguing over a seat. Yeah, there it is there. A seat, after one passenger refused to let the other one pass through to the window side. The vision shows the men swinging at each other before the passengers intervened.
No, we're never going to go. Leave it out.
Where's your... So they're just fighting. They're just beating each other up. This is better, right? That's when blacks brawl on the airplane. But this is when you go out into the park. When you go out to... Hold on a second. I'm having a problem here. This is what happens when you go out into the park and try to check out some lesbians at the gay parade, because there's usually a lot of topless lesbians running around. And sometimes they're fun to watch. But instead we get the brawl. Yo, punching that white chick. Beat that white chick. You shouldn't be here. This is all black. Skinny black girl getting her ass kicked. She's getting whipped. Broken glass. Oh my God! Look at this. They're fucking savages, right? All black. Look at this scene here, Washington Square Park, right? Kamala Harris, where are you? Beat that white girl. She's not. She's half white. She's only white when she goes home, but in the daytime she's black. So there they are. Can't take them anywhere. Everybody's eager for a fight. Do it again. I missed it. Oh, a little twerking. Of course, twerking. We love a good twerk. What else we got? So this is Pride Day. Pride Day, New York. It's two gay men, it looks like. They look like men. Can't even tell anymore. This is wild, man. Where's the police? The park is usually full of cops. Where are the cops today? They're not around? Everybody took off. It's like a black mosh pit, except they punch each other and roll around in broken glass. Although some mosh pit people do that too. It's a mosh pit. That's what it is. That one's unconscious. Wake up! Wake up! the ground littered with glass and blood. Great clip. Great clip, William. Thank you. Uh-oh, look at the size of her, man. I tell you, man, I remember in junior high school. In junior high school, getting attacked by very, very large black women, like black kids, right? Because the kids, the girls are much bigger than the boys when you're in junior high school. And I remember this type of fat black woman trying to punch you. You got to hit them first. Because even if they're big and fat like that, they'll still fall down if you hit them in the face. You gotta aim for the jaw. Right? Just knock them silly. Make believe there's gum in their mouth and try to knock the gum out of their mouth. That's what you do. I'm gonna knock that gum out of your mouth. So there you go, brawls. Thank you very much. What a great way to warm up to the polls. There's some kind of autoplay there. There's something new. It's like pushing the next video on you. That's YouTube doing that. Sorry about that. So look at the polls. Look at the polls here. Arizona, swing state, Trump up by 3. Nevada, another swing state, Trump up by 5. Wisconsin, according to Bloomberg, and Michigan, according to Bloomberg, Biden up by 3 and Biden up by 5, respectfully. Now, I don't know if I believe that. Look at Pennsylvania by Bloomberg. Bloomberg has Pennsylvania up by 7. What the fuck? Trump is running away with it. North Carolina, another swing state, Trump up by 3. Georgia, a swing state, Trump up by 1. Arizona, Trump up by 7. Nevada, another one, Bloomberg, Trump up by 6. And here we go. Wisconsin, Michigan. Bloomberg has got Biden leading. I don't know. Again, I don't trust that. In the same poll, and I'll tell you why I don't trust it, because they're talking about Wisconsin and Michigan. Over here, Remington has Michigan up by 7, and Wisconsin up by 6. So I don't know about that. I think that I'll look at the polls here. Texas, Trump by 10. Ohio, the great state, the swing state of Ohio, with J.D. Vance up for the possible vice president pick, up by 10. Montana, Trump by 20. Let's roll back a little. What else? We got general election, New York Times, Trump by 6. We already saw that. We talked about that the other day. So in the only, I don't know if you call it a gray area, Bloomberg is somehow reporting Wisconsin and Michigan up, Biden up. I'm not trusting it. I don't know. Michigan and Wisconsin, the day before, Remington Research had the opposite. Trump by 6 and Trump by 3. So if you had a look at the polls, and if the election was today, you look at the polls. I look at Real Clear Politics. I don't care about the 548 with Nate Silver. That's has not been accurate over the years or in recent times. So the polls are heavily leaning towards Donald J. Trump. And the big question is, who will be Trump's VP? Now, it's already July 8, and the convention is July 15. That's next week. When the fuck is Trump going to release his VP pick. Now, I see a strategy here. It is a rumor that Trump is going to announce the VP pick at the Republican convention. Right? Come to the convention and you'll find out. Now, that's a good way to do it because it's a lot of, smoke and mirrors and lights and cameras in action at the convention. And there's no real time to dig specific dirt and or even have them speak before the convention. So Trump might be playing it well. I'm going to pick my guy right before. He probably already knows. There's no way that you would surprise somebody with that VP pick. I don't think anybody would say no to it. But if you're gonna pick somebody for VP, you want them to be prepared. You want to have a conversation with them, and you certainly want them to have a speech prepared. So that VP pick, I think, is already in Trump's mind and may have already come out of his mouth. But it does look like. Let's look at this. What's this?
The fact of the matter is, this man cannot continue.
Is Vivek Ramaswamy in the mix for VP? I don't know. Maybe. I think anybody really is. Again, I like Sarah Huckabee Sanders as your pick. Young, 40s, female, folksy, Arkansas governor, proven politician, former press secretary, great in front of the camera. Vivek is just as powerful. He's not the sitting governor of Arkansas, but Vivek is good. Let's see.
Continue as maybe make it to the end of this term as the president of the United States. I have deep concerns for our own country, even for the next 6 months with this man in charge.
I'll have a chance to talk to President Trump. So
Doug Burgum. A lot of news about this guy. A lot of talk. North Dakota governor.
I need to deliver that here, but I would just tell him, like everybody around him, is congratulations. He was calm, he was strong, he was focused.
I don't know enough about this guy. On face value, he just looks like another old white guy with gray hair. I don't know.
He was everything.
I don't want to see two old white guys standing next to each other on the stage. I want to see Trump the leader and the next in charge, the next in line, like a Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
We're expecting to see tonight.
What I saw in Donald Trump was a guy who...
This guy's interesting. I don't know much about him. Senator J.D. Vance from Ohio. Will Trump pick him to win the great state of Ohio? I think Trump's already got Ohio in the bag.
Can be president. He's already done it successfully, and I think that contrast was really, really bad for Joe Biden.
He's not. J.D. Vance. I take him off the list because he's never gotten in front of me. I don't know who he is. And then there's Tom Cotton and Tom fucking. There's two Toms running, a pair of Toms. All right, so VP pick. Now this is interesting right here. This is coming from Jack Pozo. Breaking. What is this? This is Trump releasing this. I just got snuffed. I got snuffed from. What are we looking at here? Breaking. Trump 47 announces a fundraiser with President Trump and the nominee for vice president on July 18 at the convention. All right? We are cordially invited to Freedom First event with the nominee for vice president and the 45th president, Donald J. Trump, before he formally accepts the presidential nomination at the Republican convention. All right? Look at the additional opportunities. Look how much additional details. This is how much you can give: $200,000 per person, $300,000 per person. So there's some sort of. When is the convention? Republican convention. Let me get my dates right. Republican convention is July 15, and through Thursday the 18th. Hey, 1, Jack 2, we're going live. Right, wait, hold on a second. The 5th. What the fuck? I'm falling apart here. Thursday, July 18. You mean You mean we're going to have a presidential, we're going to have a Republican convention, and Trump's going to wait all the way till the 18th? That's fucking crazy, man. When the convention starts on July 15, and Trump is going to announce on July 18. Wow, that's unprecedented. Trump's holding out on his VP pick. He's like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I could change my mind at any moment. So Trump's VP pick still up in the air here. Let's watch Joe Biden fall down. I didn't see what it was. I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. Well, I blame the sandbag. Sandbag. See if you get the sandbag. One more time. Thank you. It's time to go. You old fucking... You old fart. Watch where you're going. Watch where you're going, Grandpa. Watch where you're going, Grandpa. What's this? Full interview. Here's Joe Biden.
In Wisconsin first.
Here's Joe Biden in Wisconsin trying to squirm his way out of a bad debate.
Special edition of This Week. The first broadcast interview with President Biden since last week's debate. Earlier this afternoon, we taped the 22-minute interview. There are no cuts, no edits. We have not touched it.
Oh, great.
At this pivotal moment in the presidential...
I still don't believe you, but they say no cuts, no edits. We just talk to Joe Biden. Yeah, bullshit.
Campaign, here it is. Mr. President, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the debate. You and your team said...
That's a cut right there, right? That's a cut. You don't know if that's an edit or a cut, but that's a cut. If you want to prove that it's unedited, then don't cut. No cuts. Just keep the camera fucking rolling and moving. Like move the camera back and forth, right? Don't cut.
Have said you had a bad night. But your friend Nancy Pelosi actually framed the question that I think is on the minds of millions of Americans. Was this a bad episode or the sign of a more serious condition?
It was a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition. I was exhausted. I didn't listen to my instincts. You
still look exhausted. You still look less than your instincts. You still look like a tired old man. You sound like a tired old man. Even if you got a little sparkle in your eye, that means you just fucking slept for 9 hours in a row and then lifted your head off the pillow and spoke.
In terms of preparing, and I had a bad night.
You say you were exhausted, and I know you've said that before as well, but you came, and you did have a tough month, but you came home from Europe about 11 or 12 days before the debate, spent 6 days in Camp David. Why wasn't that enough rest time, enough recovery time?
Because I was sick. I was feeling terrible. Matter of fact, the docs with me, I asked if they did a COVID test because they were trying to figure out what was wrong. They did a test to see whether or not I had some infection, a virus. I didn't. They just had a really bad cold.
And did you ever watch the debate afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
Well, he sounds like, I've seen interviews of Bob Dylan when he's old, right? And those long pauses, right? The long pauses when you're old, because what people are saying to you is irrelevant, because you see the Father and the Son, you see God, right? You're almost dead when you get older, right? The older you get, the closer to death you are. And you pause because you start to realize, I imagine you start to realize to some degree, the ridiculousness of everything that's happening around you and the transientness of everything around you. But if you can't talk about that, it's just like, this is all fucking senseless, man. Right? I don't believe anything anymore. You guys are all fucked up. Right? And I'm just, you're looking at the wrong thing. Right? That's what Joe Biden is, right? He doesn't have comprehension of that he's the leader of the free world, and he needs to get the fuck out of the way. Right?
What I want to get at is, what were you experiencing as you were going through the debate? Did you know how badly it was going?
Yeah, look, the whole way I prepared, nobody's fault, mine. Nobody's fault but mine. I prepared what I usually would do, sitting down as I did come back with foreign leaders or the National Security Council for explicit detail. And I realized about partway through that, you know, I get quoted, the New York Times had me down at 10 points before the debate, 9 now or whatever the hell it is.
So Joe Biden, a little fuzzy there on ABC, giving another interview. I didn't watch this. I would have fell asleep watching it.
Stay in the race. Stay in the race. No one said, none of the people said, I should leave.
But if they do?
Well, it's like, they're not going to do that.
They are doing it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
They are, Joe. They're calling for you to drop out, you jack off.
Look, I mean...
Look, come on, man.
If the Lord Almighty came down and said, Joe, get out of the race, I get out of the race. The Lord Almighty's not coming down. I mean, these hypotheticals, George, they're
not hypotheticals, right? So he's not even accepting the fact that the tide is turning, right? The tide is turning. And where is it turning? Right here. 4 senior Democrats, including New York Rep. Jerry Nadler, joined calls for Biden to drop out. And who are those 4? Right? Jerry Nadler, I keep saying Ralph Nader. Jerry Nadler, Joe Morelli, 2 Democrats from New York, Adam Smith from Washington, and Mark Takano from California, have all called on the incumbent to step aside with a 2-hour call. They were talking to Hakeem Jeffries, the minority leader, Democratic House minority leader, seems to be fielding the calls for Biden to drop out. And those are 4, I guess, prominent Democrats, Jerry Nadler being, you know, the most recognizable. The 4 Democrats made their claims during a meeting of House Democrats on Sunday that met to address the party's anxieties and concerns over Biden's ability to win in November. So this happened Sunday night. It's Monday, doing this program right now. So not even 24 hours ago, 4 prominent Democrats are calling for Joe to drop out. That's Jerry Nadler. Who's this guy? Adam Smith. I don't know who he is. I never heard of him. Mark Takano. Never heard of him. And Joe Morelli. Never heard of him. Right. So Maxine Waters, who was 85, drew a standing ovation by declaring, "People say Joe Biden's too old. Hell, I'm older than Biden. I'm older than Biden," says Maxine Waters, the devout black racist from somewhere. So staff provides Joe Biden with instructions on how to enter and exit a room with large print and pictures ahead of event. That's not too surprising. It's choreographed. Just bear with me. There's somebody very loud. Hold on a second. There's people loudness outside my window.
Say that he won't take a cognitive test, or he hasn't taken one because they told him he's good, that he doesn't need to. I asked you as a doctor, if you're a doctor and you look at Joe Biden or any man of his age, even if they're not showing those signs, would you say, nah, you don't need a cognitive test, you're good, you got up today?
Well, so first of all, James Comer is actually calling for the president's physician to come be seen in front of the Oversight Committee, questioning some of his medical ethics with part of the business dealings, though I'm sure we'll see more on that this coming week, next few weeks, actually. But so let's take President Biden out of
All right, so the point is, there is something on your chin, as a note. Joe Biden enters the room with meticulous notes, where to enter the room, where to maybe things to watch, to not trip over. Here's where the sandbags are, Joe. Don't fucking step on the sandbags, you idiot. I don't see that as odd or unusual. I would think in the case with Trump, it's just like point. Go over there. Right? Where's the stage? It's that way, Trump. And Trump finds it. But Joe Biden needs meticulous notes. And I don't know if I hold that. I don't know if I think that's a negative. It does show that he can't remember things on his own, or he's not. Right here, he looks like he's in a coffin. Right? CNN did a fucking horrible job of putting very, very pale Joe Biden against the blue wall. Right, the blue lit wall. It looks like he's dead over there. But the point of this article, they're trying to make a case that staff provides Biden with instructions on how to enter and exit a room. No, I don't really see that as a problem. I see that as like, watch the fucking sandbag, you idiot. Watch the sandbag. Watch where you're walking, you jerk. Democrats. All right, so let's talk about this one. Did I get them all? Let's stop here. So look at this. Hunter Biden, the son, is the real point person in Joe's White House. Don't underestimate the first son. Do we really believe that? Is Hunter Biden really calling any shots? Let's read. Democrats trying to dislodge Joe Biden will first have to combat the proxy commander-in-chief, Hunter Biden. I don't think so. I don't think so. With the Biden family digging in behind Joe staying out, any staffers or party grandees deputized to strong-arm Joe Biden out of being their candidate in November should not underestimate the son. So the idea is that Hunter Biden's got a lot to lose. My father's the president of the United States, and that makes the value of my art go up. If you don't believe me, Hunter Biden art. Hunter Biden art. I had said that the art isn't so bad earlier, and it's really not. Let's look. Artwork. Hunter Biden artwork. Let's look at some of the paintings. Let's look at this one right here. Not bad. Not bad. It looks like him. It looks like a self-portrait. This is not bad stuff. Right? It's not bad stuff at all. And he's getting shows in Soho, which isn't hard to do. I like that painting. I would put that on my wall. I would put any of these on my wall. I really would. This is really good too. All right. Open save, open copy, open image in his own tab. Yeah, see, his stuff isn't that bad, right? William R. Hall is in the house. William is what's on a scale of 1 to 10, a professional critique of Hunter Biden's artwork. If you're listening, William, give me a 1 to 10 on Hunter Biden. I'll say he's at least an 8. I'll give him at least an 8, because he doesn't suck. But he's not Picasso, but he's good. Right? Hunter Biden, we're talking about Hunter Biden's artwork, right? That's what we really should be talking about. My son's a great painter. He's going to be remembered for years to come. The other thing you might wonder is it really Hunter Biden doing it? Has anybody ever seen Hunter Biden actually fucking paint any of these things? William Hall. William gives him an 8 as well. Thank you, William, for that info. Right, you put him around 8. Joel Z says it's not his work. It's not his work. That is definitely a possibility that it isn't his work. These are very Picasso-like. Fear Porn gives him a 4. Fear Porn gives him a 4. Fuck you. Your artwork sucks. So we're talking about Hunter Biden, this guy right here. Does producing a great piece of art on the wall qualify you to be talking about world politics with Daddy in the White House? Well, maybe. So while the focus has been on 4-time Vogue cover girl Jill Biden and her screeching assurance that Joe is hale and hearty, the first son has flown under the radar. So there they are, Poppy, Dada. Should Hunter Biden be in any room where Joe Biden is negotiating world politics or having discussions about dropping out? Why not, man? He's a public figure. He's the son of the president. It's the same thing as having Jared Kushner and fucking Ivanka in the room with Trump, right? So it's no different. Or Trump Jr. They're always in the room. They're always around. I don't find any fault with. I don't think that Hunter Biden is running the show. I think Hunter Biden is a member of the family, however dysfunctional it might be, however ridiculous and outrageous the family structure of the Bidens is. Hunter Biden is his son. Hunter Biden is his only surviving son. The other one's dead. Bo died from fucking brain cancer or something. And and look, fucking, there is no justice in the world, right? If one of the sons, right, the good son who went to Iraq and the war hero, right, or Hunter Biden, the crackhead, fucking painter, who should have died? It should have been Hunter. Right? But I think Hunter Biden's going to be, win or lose, Hunter Biden is in the clear, because a couple of felonies for guns and crack is not a big deal. It's no big deal. He's got tons and tons of money. He's got a lucrative art career. If he doesn't have any money, he can just, stow away for 2 months, 3 months, and paint and sell. So Hunter Biden's doing well. I don't think that. So I'm going to say that Hunter Biden is not the real person that Joe Biden is listening to at all. But again, in this presidential cycle, it's already extremely interesting where Trump is saying, "I am the boss. You want a VP pick? You'll have to wait till the last day of the convention, and then you'll find out who it is." Because the whole convention, without the VP pick in the mix, having to wait all the way till the end, right, without revealing who it is, it's going to be the Trump show. It's going to be the Republican National Convention is going to be a Trump infomercial. That's all it's going to be, about Trump, 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 Trump. And then we'll talk about the vice president, right? So that's the Republican side. But what about the Democratic side? Democrats are in a free fall. Everybody calling for Joe Biden to drop out. 4 leading Republicans Sunday night calling for Joe Biden to drop out. All of the corporate media saying he's not fit for president. So what do you get? You get Kamala Harris? Well, again, not by default, right? That's not the rules. The rules are if Hunter Biden, is it Hunter Biden? Is Hunter Biden the pick? If Joe Biden drops out, the money has to go, Joe Biden's money can only go in the direction of the same ticket, which is Kamala Harris. I understand. I think that's correct. Anybody else would have to raise money from the ground up. So the logical financial pick, unless some billionaire comes up and says, "I'll stake $5 billion if it isn't Kamala Harris," which is possible. Elon Musk can put up $5 billion. Elon Musk can swing the election, or Gates, or any of those guys with billions and billions of dollars if they wanted to do it. Right? By putting up $5 billion behind some shit sandwich like, Gavin Newsom or somebody like that.
But first, let's ponder for a moment about the woman who is one geriatric heartbeat away from the presidency and has been deemed the future of the Democratic Party.
Before we talk about the future of the Democratic Party, let's talk about the future of the stock market today, because it is open after a long weekend. NASDAQ is up 23. Everything is going up, 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 up. TQQQ, I gave it to you at 30. It's now $81.70. My fucking God, how did that thing go up so fast? Smoking up. Trump stock, $29, $30 right now, up 77 cents this morning. Rivian on the news that Volkswagen put in $5 billion, $15 a share right now. Rivian, I had chirped about it, 10, 11, 12, 9 at one point, is now 15. NVIDIA up another 3.5. Google down $1. Apple down $2.40. Amazon flat. Facebook down 7. Microsoft down 1. How the hell is the NASDAQ up and all those companies are down? I don't know. Bitcoin 56,000. It's coming down. It's down 14,000 off the top of 70,000 per share. Bitcoin 56. Are you going to get a bounce in Bitcoin? Or is it going to come down further and further and further? Boeing, lots of legal problems. Up 4. Boeing planes still falling out of the sky. And it's up 4 today. Boeing's having a lot of problems there. It seems like their aircraft are old, or an enormous amount of malfunctioning going on in the air, thanks to Boeing. They should just stick with making bombs, man. Fuck get out of the commercial airline business and just sell bombs to the government, right? Make a lot of money. Kamala Harris, is she the pick? I don't know. Marcus Conte reporting.
Party.
President Kamala Harris is because she is indeed the future of the party.
Future of the party.
And what a party it will be, led by this intellectual heavyweight, this visionary.
We all watched the television coverage of just yesterday. That's on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet, based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Yes, President Kamala Harris is a real possibility. Not to be elected, she is unelectable, but they may convince Joe Biden to step down and elevate her to the position of the most powerful human being in the world. In the lead up to the election, why they would contemplate such a move when the polls show that Harris would lose by an even bigger margin to Trump than Biden? Well, I can't answer that. The Democrats are demented and increasingly desperate, so anything is possible. But let's go back to Kamala, who, she's out there on these streets.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us. Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets.
Yeah, girl, I'm out here on these streets. She released that cringeworthy out this week, but I guess it's just a little bit better than this cringeworthy performance.
To the lovely people of Wakanda, I know you will make the right choice. And as always, Wakanda forever. Paid for by Kamala Harris.
You know what I love most about Kamala is the wisdom. What other leader could bestow such gems of wisdom on the populace?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context. Go round and round. Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time. Here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus?